Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of Geek Out Championship Wrestling, the only wrestling podcast with the wherewithal to do a show on a pay-per-view-ly basis. That's right, every WWE pay-per-view we come by, talk about our thoughts in wrestling, our predictions, our reactions, all that kind of good stuff. I am your host with the most, Mr. Chris Nolan, and across the ring from me, happier than a pig in shit, is my co-host with the co-most, Mr. Timmy C.
You are no longer the host with the most. That's right.
That's true. I'm just the host now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is so great to be back.
Yeah.
Back in the winner's circle.
If my calculations are correct, out of the however many matches there were last night, you correctly predicted 5. And I only correctly predicted 2.
So, for the record, that means that I thoroughly enjoyed this pay-per-view, and I actually did. Outside of the end, I enjoyed just about everything.
You know, going back through the archives here, I think that's one of the most steep wins almost in the entire career of this podcast.
Are you calling this a lopsided victory?
I am.
I whooped you.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think not only is this the first time you've won, I think this year, but it's the most winningest win that we've had on this show.
Well, it's fitting that it comes from me.
Yeah, right.
You know. Yeah. And besides, Foley's going to bring in a new title for you to take a look at.
Yeah.
So that's a new match for you to be able to maybe get your wins back.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
See, I always turn in a bright side on you.
Bright as my display case for my belts.
Empty?
There's still a crown in there and an MVP belt. That hasn't been stripped from me.
Not yet.
Yeah.
We'll decide that later.
Yeah, right. But I kind of after we finished recording the prediction show, I kind of wanted to run this by you. But what better time to do it than on air? I was kicking myself for not thinking of it before the prediction show, because it would have been perfect to do it at Money in the Bank. We might have to wait until next year to do this now. But I was thinking it might be interesting to add our own little version of Money in the Bank.
Really?
Yes.
Where we can cash it in?
Uh-huh. So I was thinking, for the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, and we could do this retroactively, for specifically the Money in the Bank matches, the 2 ladder matches, we get our own versions of the Money in the Bank briefcases, lunchboxes, if you will. Or, it could be anything. The audience doesn't see it. They are gold-studded, diamond-encrusted briefcases.
Well, yeah, I mean, definitely. I would not want anything less than that.
Right?
So continue.
Basically, what I was thinking, if we predict correctly the winner of a Money in the Bank match, we are then awarded one of these Money in the Bank briefcases, which we could cash in at a later predictions pay-per-view. And the stipulation of the cash-in being, if we are so sure about one of our predictions, if we're so sure that we could put that briefcase on the line to be the end-all of the predictions for that show. So screw all the other matches. If that one prediction gets it right, that person wins the belt.
Well, you're not going to like it if we do retroactive.
No, that's fine. To be fair, it's unnecessary for you. But no. I'm with you. I thought of that before the match, and I still think that it would hold true. Which means, spoiler, you did correctly predict the women's Money in the Bank winner. So you would be the inaugural holder of this Geek Out Championship Money in the Bank.
That I could cash in at any time.
Yes.
For the next year.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, right?
I love it. More things to add to my growing collection.
Yeah, there you go.
God, that's amazing.
Right?
What a great day.
Yeah, a new day.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Happy Rusev Day,
Happy
by the
Rusev Day. I like how both of us went to say it, but I had to inhale while you were like, nope, already got breath.
Yeah. And dismount.
You know what? That's what you get for being a professional singer.
Well, you know.
And I'm a professional talker who likes to...
And you came out to see the show the other night.
I did.
How cool was it?
That was very exciting. I'm always excited when you guys are playing at one of my local bars.
Yeah,
and right. As soon as I heard that you guys were at the Old Shebeen,
yes.
I was like, well, gotta go say hi.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, packed house at Radio Envy shows. So,
there you go. Yeah, standing room only.
You got to go.
Yeah,
if you haven't gone yet, check out Radio Envy.
Especially if you have your own kazoo.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Money in the Bank.
Yes.
What a great pay-per-view.
I thoroughly enjoy. Even though I only got 2 right, I did enjoy the pay-per-view.
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
We'll start with the SmackDown tag team match. Mm-hmm. It was not for the titles. Correct.
Which means 0 tag titles were on the line at this pay-per-view. Yes. Out of the 4 if you count NXT, but out of the 3 that could easily be contended on this pay-per-view, none of them.
Zip 0. Stingy with De Niro.
Yeah. Where the hell are my Iconics?
Not
They
there.
still have the belt, right? I haven't been watching weekly shows.
They still have it, yes.
Good.
The Usos defeated Daniel Bryan and Rowan.
Mm-hmm. And I could hear the boos all the way from my house from you.
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean...
even I was a little disappointed in that. You know me. I am a fan of the Usos, but I'm a bigger fan of Daniel Bryan. And what a shame that he had to eat the pin too.
Yeah, but it was pretty cool. I will give the Usos that. The
they
suicide
put on a good match.
dive into the double super kick was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I will give them that.
Mm-hmm.
But it felt kind of worthless. I mean, it was like so what? They
right?
won.
It wasn't even. It wasn't even on the same level as the Cruiserweights match.
No.
Which, shocker, on the main show.
Yeah. I think we spent too much time on this.
Yeah.
But I guess they'll have a rematch at some point for the titles.
Wild card.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
The women's Money in the Bank match kick things off.
I thought that was a great match.
The thing I love, and I don't know if I really jumped into this too much in the pre-show, but the thing I love about Money in the Bank is everyone brings it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember a Money in the Bank match that doesn't give you the oohs and ahs.
Yeah. It's one that legitimately you're not sure who they're really going to give it to.
Yes.
Which just adds to the excitement.
Yes.
Because there are, we predicted various things.
Yes.
But literally you were the only person that said Bailey. I was like, yeah, okay, I could see that. But everyone in there had a reason to get the briefcase. No one was in there to clearly be kicked out.
Yeah. Nobody had the Sami Zayn role either.
Right. Yeah.
Know?
Yeah, thank God.
But my God, Ember Moon, so impressive.
Oh man.
The code breaker early on, and then she hit the Eclipse from beyond. So impressive.
Yeah. And I loved Naomi's splits to get out of the way of the ladders smacking each other. Nikki just swinging ladders around.
She was a maniac, and it was great.
Yes.
Diving through ladders with spears. Dana hanging on to the briefcase.
I loved that
top.
spot.
And you could tell she was kind of scared a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She's like, "Is this gonna hold on?"
There were a couple moments where minute miscues. Smarks will be like, someone didn't do, and I picked up on them, but none of them took away from the match.
No.
Where Dana was like, am I ready? Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on it.
Yeah. Well, and it makes it real.
Yeah.
Right? That to me kind of makes it a little bit
there you
real.
Go. Yeah. But yeah, I love it. AJ did that a couple years back.
Yeah. Jeff Hardy did it a long time ago and took a spear from Edge from it.
Yeah.
I mean, that to me is iconic.
Yeah. Iconic.
There you go. I was getting concerned at the end with Sonya Deville, carrying Mandy.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want it to end like this.
But you know what? I did think that was a better way to do kind of the same thing that they tried to do, that they did with Ellsworth, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I did like that. Like, if you are going to have someone interfere, like, I would rather them do something like that. Like, she's helping her up the ladder.
Oh, sure.
Not just climbing the ladder for her.
Sure.
So to speak. But yes, I was very glad that in itself wasn't the finish. You know, that you still had Bayley run up and be like, oh, no, bitch.
Part of me was a little surprised at how into it the crowd was for Bayley winning.
Yeah.
Like the crowd went nuts.
Right? I was so sure that, like, for the last year-ish, the crowd has been so on Bayley.
But I was so excited to see Bayley win. I mean, not because I picked her to mark, as my mark prediction, but I was excited to see her win because she needed that. It was a change, and it gives us somebody different in the title picture.
Yeah. I still hope that from this, Dana gets a decent push, because if I remember correctly, she's still technically the first person to grab at the briefcase, and I think you could do something with that.
Sure.
Like, have her still be like, hey,
my hands were on it.
Yeah, I was the first one to touch it, to get a grip on it.
Right.
I should still be in the title picture.
Yeah.
I
really think Ember Moon's got her case as well. I mean, I think crowd was really behind her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So I was really excited with this. Bayley, of course, won. And there was more to come for the women.
Yeah.
The next match was the U.S. Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Rey Mysterio, it wasn't long enough to take a nap. It was barely long enough to go to the bathroom. Rey Mysterio beat Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
And so, ultimately, Joe gets hit in the nose early on.
Yeah.
Gushing blood from his nose.
Which, I will say, like, lucky happenstance on in that regard. Because that, like, the fact that he started bleeding adds a little more credence as to maybe why he was beaten so quickly.
Yes.
Because, he got his bell rung, or whatever. Like, regardless of how much they were like, his shoulders were up.
Well, it was obvious his shoulders were up. That was terrible.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't think it was a planned finish like that, and I think that's why it was so obvious. Mm-hmm. Or Joe didn't want it that way. I don't know.
I think that regardless, Ray was supposed to win that, and that they were going to have the beat up afterwards, where Dominic comes out. A whole the Brits that I follow were like, oh my God, Dominic's got to get put in the Cohina clutch. He's coming out. It's got to happen. I guess he's not licensed in that state or whatever.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'd be all right.
I feel like they're building to something like that. Either Dominic is going to be used against Ray by, like Joe or whoever, one of his next feuds is, or Dominic is going to turn on Ray.
Of course.
Which, because, that's
Shocker.
That's the WWE way.
I don't know. Part of me thinks that if it was because he was bleeding out of his nose, then if his name was Roman Reigns, they would have continued the match.
Yeah.
There's certain guys that get a different pull. I don't know. It just felt cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And
but
that's all I got.
Yeah. From that perspective, in WWE's eyes, like, Joe, since he got called up to the main roster, has been out longer than he's been in.
That's true.
On injury.
That's
so
true.
Like, I could see them like being like, oh fuck, 1, 2, 3,
play it safe.
Yeah. But kind of shortchanging it for the fans.
Yeah.
Because that had potential to be a really cool match.
Yeah.
He's Ray's in the best shape of his life, and Joe's a great performer.
Yeah. So we'll see where that goes. Yeah. I'm sure there'll be plenty left.
Yeah. Automatic rematch.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll see. Steel cage match. Shane O'Mac, The Miz. Can we be over this?
I have been over it. And not in the good, like, wrestling over, but, like...
I feel like Shane spent most of the match trying to get out of the cage.
I did think... I did think that was, quote-unquote, clever.
Sure.
Like, oh, okay, it makes sense. He would Just be like, whatever, I'm getting out of here. That's the end of the match.
What's your take on the foot on the rope?
I was very annoyed at that.
I
No rope breaks.
I was surprised.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I almost Anyway,
and
I wonder if that was a botch.
Could have been. I don't
Anyway.
know.
But then he's hanging over the edge, and Shane falls down. Because
but you know what? It does make sense because
holding
Shane is a fucking sweaty ass man, so he's gonna slip out of his clothes.
Here comes the money. So another fluke win, because you remember at WrestleMania, another fluke win.
Mm-hmm.
As that was a false count anywhere, and Miz with a great move.
And it just happened to land underneath Shane.
Right? So does this feud continue?
I think I think the way they set it up, yes. The way that I want it, no. I'm over it. I'm done.
I think the Miz needs to move on.
Yeah.
Like the Miz needs bigger, better, better.
The Miz deserves bigger.
Yeah, I agree. So we'll see. The Cruiserweight Championship. Another bathroom break match, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think this should have been a pre-show match.
Yeah.
I think that if they wanted to put a Cruiserweight match on a main card, these were the wrong guys.
Yeah, it should have been one of Buddy Murphy's.
I agree.
Yeah. Preferably versus Cedric Alexander, but that's just me.
I just don't understand the booking. It makes no sense.
I think maybe they've been quote unquote hearing, the fans complaining that the Cruiserweight title is not getting the respect it deserves by being on a main show because it's a championship title.
Sure.
So they were like, fine, you want it on the title? Here it is, and like that old tactic of like, well, we'll give them a subpar thing, so when they're not excited about it, we'll be like, see, no one cares about it.
Right.
Yeah.
I
mean, like, for the level that those guys are, it was a good match.
It was fine.
But I agree, it was pre-show caliber.
Yeah. There was no wow moments. There was nothing that happened that it was like, oh, cool. Nothing.
Yeah. Tony Nese and his tiny knees.
I tell you. The Raw Women's Championship. So this was the run for Becky. So she started off against Lacey.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like Becky kind of carried this match, which we weren't really surprised about. I thought Lacey was fine.
Yeah.
She had her moments.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what
She performed better than I thought she would.
Yeah.
But that's a low bar,
Sure.
But yeah, I thought it was a decent match overall.
Mm-hmm. And I think Becky had to put in a lot of effort in the match, which ended up kind of costing her in the next. But I did like the counter at the end for the armbar win.
Yeah,
that was nice. That was
that was well done. Yeah,
and I mean, I think after Becky won, then I had the feeling about what I talked about on the pre-show that Lacey would come back.
Yeah.
The Charlotte match was right after.
I did like that. That was smart on the booking part.
Yep.
Really drive home that like Becky, like she doesn't even have time to breathe, just to give it more credence as to it being a legitimate loss.
Give it a
She doesn't have time to breathe. Lacey interfered. Charlotte's a damn good opponent. Like it was stacked against her.
Yep. It was a gauntlet.
Yeah.
And so Charlotte wins the belt. Lacey with the distraction helped out. And then they go into attack mode.
Yep.
Let's just beat the crap out of her. Bayley comes in for the save. She brings the briefcase with her.
Yeah. She takes way too long to decide to cash in.
But they all do.
Yeah.
And it's
great. I get it. It's building tension. It's building excitement.
I was excited.
Yeah. But like every time they do it, I'm like, 5 seconds sooner. Like I get it. Pause for dramatic effect.
Oh yeah.
But like
yeah.
But like maybe that's just me being frustrated and being a fan and being like, come on, do it, and therefore I'm being worked exactly how they want.
No,
but
I am surprised they didn't bring Charlotte to her feet.
Yeah,
to start.
Yeah,
the match.
Usually they wait until you're up and about.
Right. So I'm sure that will come back.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte will say, "Hey, that's not fair.
Yeah.
I didn't really lose.
Yeah.
I want my title back."
It's fine. We're no longer in the era of automatic rematches.
Right.
And thank God.
But I think that's where they'll go. I think
I'm
we'll set
sure.
up a program with
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not Becky, but with Charlotte and Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny when I was typing my notes, I typed in Becky instead of Bailey, and I went back. I was like, wait a second. But I
Too many
like
similar letters.
I like having Bailey in there. I mean, it's a fresh face.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to those that were in there. I just think,
And that means that she's now the fourth woman to hold both titles? Because wasn't she Raw champion for a hot minute? Or was she SmackDown? I know she's had a title reign, hasn't she? Didn't she have a really short one when she first got called up?
I don't think so.
No?
We'll have to investigate
Well,
that.
check the archives.
Yes. But great for Bailey.
Yeah.
So we'll carry on there. Next match, we've got Roman Reigns
Mm-hmm.
versus Elias. Elias started off by breaking his acoustic guitar.
Yeah, which, again, I heard the boos coming from your house.
Yes, I was not very happy. And that was backstage. And then we had a nice Elias show with an electric. I was a big fan of his song.
That was a good
these
song.
songs remind me of when The Rock used to do the Rock show.
Yeah.
And just dissing the audience. My favorite was when he was talking about the Hartford Whalers and talking about how much more beautiful North Carolina is, where the Hartford Whalers, for those of you that don't follow hockey, they became the Carolina Hurricanes.
Real quick, I was checking Bailey's Wikipedia.
Oh, yeah?
She did have she got the Raw Women's title right at the beginning of 2017, end of 2016, right around there.
Okay. So she's had it on both brands now.
So
And tag team.
yes,
So she's the first with the trifecta.
yes, she is.
There
yeah.
we go.
Yeah, because the Iconics haven't had both titles, and Sasha hasn't had both titles. Yeah, good for Bailey.
Yeah, see?
Yeah,
See, I knew you'd
She's-
come around. I knew you'd come around.
So she's like the first female Iron Man,
That's true.
or is that what it is? Iron Man? Or no?
Well, Rollins just did it recently.
Grand Slam.
There you go.
Yeah, she's the first female Grand Slam because they don't have a mid card belt yet.
That's correct.
Yeah,
Anyway, so the Hartford Whalers hockey team moved to Carolina.
gotcha.
So that was the funny part there.
Yeah.
But
that's like when he made the joke about the Seattle basketball team.
the Supersonics.
Yeah, and they booed him for 8 minutes.
Yes.
Still the best Elias.
I don't know when he finished up his song and he was like, "Thank you very much. I love none of you."
Yeah.
and then left. I laughed out loud just like you did.
Yeah.
I just thought it was great.
Yeah.
Reigns came out, hit the Superman punch,
Mm-hmm.
hit the spear, game
Yeah.
over. It was
Yeah.
over. But I mean, I think to me the memorable part was Elias.
Fair. He's always the best. By the way, sidebar for the folks listening, Tim is wearing his Walk with Elias tour shirt.
One of my favorites. I love it.
Just to really drive home how much he loves
I
Elias.
do. I walk with him all the time.
And the best part about Elias, real quick, is he doesn't have to win.
No.
I can't remember the last time he won, but like I still love him.
Yeah, he's memorable. I love it. Universal Championship match. We're coming down to the home stretch.
That I think was a very good match.
I thought it was one.
I mean, not surprising, because you got two young bucks. Oh, not even young.
No. AJ Styles is what, almost 40.
Yeah. Seth is in his early 30s, right?
Yeah.
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 That's also not young in sports years.
I thought it was a great match.
Yes.
It reminded me a lot of an NXT takeover match.
Yes.
It kind of was a slow build to beginning, and then you had a lot of near falls.
Oh my God, those near falls at the end! I almost had to mute everything that I was listening to just so I could focus on watching it, because it was like edge of my seat excitement. I paid for the whole seat, only used the edge.
I jumped out of my seat with the curb stomp that went into the Styles Clash.
Yes. Oh,
that
my God.
Counter,
that was one of the best counters I've ever seen.
Because it was so smooth. It was effortless.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it was unbelievable.
The only,
I jumped out. I was like, no way.
The
Andy
only
kicked out.
The only clue that it was happening, I was like, AJ's getting really high. Like normally they like extend a little bit to get ready for the curb stomp, but he's almost stood up.
Yeah.
And then I noticed that he like hooked the leg, and I was like, oh no, oh no, oh damn.
That was money.
It was so good.
That was awesome.
It was money in the bank.
Yes.
Money, 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 money.
Money. I was surprised about the clean finish. I thought, even on the pre-show, I thought it was going to be a DQ. But a clean finish, and AJ really sold the curb stomp.
Yeah,
at the end, that was really good.
Yeah. There was one moment, if I remember correctly, didn't they have? I forget who it was, but didn't one of them like hit their finish or hit their finisher or one of their like big moves, and then like the guy like ended up rolling out of the ring. I want to say like
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, but I love that too. When they find a good way to do that, like say for instance, like Seth hits like the ripcord knee.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, the revolution knee.
Keep going. You're good.
And the like inertia of it would like roll out AJ, we'll say. And like then he's like, oh no, he's rolled out. I can't pin him. And then like that gives AJ enough time to breathe and make it believable that he could kick out or just get back up because he has that extra time outside of the ring. I love it when they pay attention to that kind of stuff because like you're trying to protect these moves. You want certain moves to be unkick-outable. You want right.
Good strategy there.
You want there to be a reason why someone is able to kick out of the curb stomp, and it's because it took them a minute to cover them or something like that. You want there to be a reason why, they kick out of the Styles Clash. And, maybe it's because AJ was too tired to put enough weight on him for the pin.
That's possible.
Yeah.
The king of the rollout, though, is Kevin Owens.
Oh, for sure.
He's great with that.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised at the handshake. Everything was fine at the end. Everything was, AJ was like, this is hard for me to do. Just put out your hand. I don't know. I still think AJ is going to turn heel. But it's really, I thought it was a great match. That was a lot of fun to watch. The Lucha House Party came out after that.
What the fuck was that?
And your boy Lars Sullivan came out. I'm just kidding. He's not your boy anymore.
No.
Really, I mean, the only thing memorable from that was Lars getting his head busted.
Yeah.
On a headbutt to Kalisto.
Yeah.
And he demolished essentially the whole Lucha House Party.
That's fine. That apparently that's their role to get demolished.
Whatever.
Poor guys.
WWE Championship. Kofi Kingston, Kevin Owens.
Also, a good match.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I don't think it was one of the top matches of the night, but I thought it was fine.
I was glad that we did get the breather of the Lucha House Party in between the matches, because I think if that had gone on immediately after the Universal match, like it would have been like, boo, this is like not up to snuff. But like we had a lot of like clever Kevin Owens in it.
Yeah,
which I appreciate.
I agree, Renee.
That I am so glad I put on the pre-show because I wasn't. I was thinking I might skip it to like do some housework and stuff, but I turned it on like right before that interview happened, and I was like, yes, keep calling that girl Renee.
Yes,
I don't even know her real name.
I love it. Everyone's all the women are Renee.
But yeah, even like Charlie Caruso was like, yeah, no, he used to call me Renee too.
I love it.
And then apparently Coach called Corey Graves Renee.
Yeah.
I guess he was like calling out the correspondence at the side and said Renee instead of Corey.
Yeah.
That's fine. She's better.
That's true.
Hot take.
Zing. Yeah, I mean, I thought the match was fine.
Yeah.
Kofi hit his typical moveset and Kevin
lost
Owens,
his shoes.
He did. Won without the shoes.
Yeah.
And I thought Kevin Owens, I was rooting for him to win. It is what it is.
Yeah. One of the few, or the only match that I got right and you got wrong. Because the only other match that I correctly predicted, we both did.
That's true.
Thank you, Kofi.
So the last match is one that neither of us picked correctly. Nobody saw coming.
No.
It was the men's Money in the Bank ladder match.
Mm-hmm.
And to set it up, Sami Zayn ends up getting beat up backstage.
Yeah.
He's all worried throughout the pay-per-view, ends up getting beat up. They think it's Braun.
Yeah.
Right? Triple H is like, Braun, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but you need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So I don't know really what's going to happen with all that, with the whole Braun Strowman in this storyline getting set up for beating up Sammy when we all know who ended up doing it.
Do we have confirmation that he did indeed do it, or did he just take advantage of...
We'll find out.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe, you know what? Maybe it was... who was it? Haku or
There we go.
Haki?
There we go.
Yeah, right. This is while I wasn't watching wrestling, so I don't. He hit Stone Cold with the car for the Rock?
Mm-hmm.
Was that Rikishi?
Rikishi.
Was it Rikishi? Okay. Yeah. Maybe it'll be one of those types of situations. In a year, Kevin Owens will just come out and be like, I did it for the Brock. And then no repercussions.
That's possible. This match was great until the very end.
Yes.
The bumps that Finn Balor took.
Oh, my God.
Finn Balor,
How
was
is
surprised.
Finn Balor not dead?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But he did say good morning. He tweeted that.
I did
and
see
then
that.
tweeted all of his highlights of getting beat up
I was like,
on the ladder.
I was like, thank you for letting us know you're alive.
What was that? The sunset flip from the top?
Oh,
by
my
Andrade?
God. Oh, and the ladder fell. Oh, I felt bad for both of them.
Yes.
Like, thank God for for Andrade. Like, at least he was able to, stand from that. But Finn just, yeah.
But I thought that was great. There were moments like that in this match.
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre throwing Ricochet out to the ladder outside the ring. That was another.
I love that spot. You're required by law to have that spot. They did it very well this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This match was fun.
As much as I dislike Randy Orton, I love that he just kept throwing, he kept doing, what was it, like choke slams of dudes into the announce table. Like, I was like, all right. And then suddenly fucking Baron Corbin's choke slam is so devastating that he's able to destroy the Spanish announce table. I mean, granted, we know that that's put together with gum.
Right.
Because it's just destroyed so many times that they don't even care anymore.
Yeah.
But seriously, Randy Orton choke slammed 3 dudes, and they just bounced off the American broadcast, commentary table.
Corey Graves had stuff set up there.
Right.
That's probably what it was.
He had his hair products.
How impressive was Ali, though?
Oh, so good.
If you don't know who Mustafa Ali is by now, then go watch that match at least, right?
Who?
Oh, I'm sorry, Ali.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
now I know who you're talking.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get him confused. Like his name confused, just like what is it? Apollo Crews was Cruz, and now he's back to Apollo Crews. So.
Or Anthony Cesaro. Is it Anthony Cesaro or Antonio Cesaro? Didn't he have a name? A first name?
We'll go with Anthony. I think that sounds better.
Sure.
You're so funny.
Well,
I love giving you the blank stare because you just give me that look like, fuck you, man.
I do.
Like, just tell me what that name is.
And of course you had to bring up Apollo Crews.
Of course.
While looking straight at me.
Of course. Of course.
You're such a dick.
You know.
I don't even know why I put up with this. I don't even watch wrestling anymore.
Because you love it and you love me.
Yeah.
But this
and
was
I love Alexa Bliss.
Who?
Huh?
Who? Yeah. So anyway, Brock Lesnar comes in at the end. You think Ali's gonna win?
Yeah.
He's grabbing the briefcase, then Lesnar.
All he has to do is pull it off the rope.
Right. Why stop? You could have just got it, won it, and then ran off.
But no, he had to let Brock Lesnar kill like 2 cameramen and maybe like a member or 2 of the audience.
Well, and then I think Ali got a ladder thrown on him by Brock.
Yeah.
Intentional, unintentional, who knows? Brock's just a meathead.
Yeah.
Whatever. So I'm sure if they pan to the back when Braun came out, or I'm sorry, not Braun, but when Lesnar came out and took the briefcase, I think Vince had a giant heart on and was fucking clapping.
And then he just throws it at Vince.
Yeah.
like that first shot in the was it the 24 or
no? It was the behind the scenes to WrestleMania.
Yeah,
not this year, but the past year.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand the booking. I think Vince is still convinced that that Brock has such pull.
Yeah.
That people are going to pay to watch Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
That people are going to pay to buy a Beast in the Bank shirt.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, man. I'm done with it.
Yeah. I'm sure there are people that will buy it, but like, I want to say in just the vast majority of fans like us are over it.
What gets me is, and you know how passionate I am about Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Yeah.
Because it gives those mid to upper tier guys the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see a lot of the John Cena's winning.
Yeah.
You catch it every once in a while. Randy Orton, guys that haven't been around in a while, back in the scene.
Yeah.
Edge.
Yeah.
CM
Punk.
Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
A guy that was a mid-carder. And that's what guys like me want to see.
Yeah.
I want to see a mid-carder win it. CM Punk. Those guys win it and then go on and cash in and are in the main event picture for at least a little bit. Give them a taste. And that, to me, what was great about Bayley was it was somebody fresh, somebody new.
Mm-hmm.
Now we've got Brock Lesnar, who is always main event, back in the main event, and was a little bitch at WrestleMania and said, well, if I'm not last, I'll be first. I can get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm just done with it. I'm done with his fucking 42-year-old bitch ass. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
Go back to your giant farm with I don't even know why I tried. Why would I know her
You
name?
went back out there again. Unbelievable.
One of the podcasts I listen to keeps calling her by her real name, so that's the only name I know. But I know she's a wrestler as well. Yeah, Rena.
Anyway,
go back out on your farm with Stacy Keats.
God, you just jumped in again. I was trying to give you like a breakout.
No.
Sable, but yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. See, I told you I knew who it was.
But any one of those guys that was out there deserved to win that.
Yeah.
And now it's like, great, okay.
Yeah.
Lesnar won. So, I don't know, man. It was kind of a downer for me. I was on a high.
Yeah.
And I was expecting...
Well, you know what it was? We got our ice cream at WrestleMania. So now Vince is like, well, but you got to eat your vegetables.
And I'm like, why?
And I'm looking at the plate, and I'm like, this isn't vegetables. This is dog shit.
We've had this before.
Yeah.
And I didn't eat it.
Yeah, this is leftovers from the last time I didn't eat this.
Right. That is perfect, because that is exactly right. It's like, anyway.
Yeah.
To me, that was like, farting in an elevator and getting out. I mean, it was just, it was a waste. But, we carry on, we move along.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
I will say, I have done my semi-annual canceling of my network subscription.
No.
Yeah. Well, it's because the next big event is the Super Showdown.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Which I do not support.
No. Which at one point I thought they had canceled it.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Good for them.
Yeah.
They canceled it.
Yeah.
And their stock price went up.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
Right.
But then they were like, oh, no, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
We're going to keep it. And The Undertaker, we'll give you $2 million to go and wrestle.
Right. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Which, unfortunately, for my little grandstanding, my subscription doesn't run out until like 2 days after the event. So I was like, God damn it. But it's still my little my little hill to die on.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's next after that? Proving ground, breaking ground, something ground. It's at like the
battleground.
Battle, maybe.
Yeah.
Backlash, but with a different name.
There you go. So we've got that coming up. And kind of we'll check out the state of affairs when we get there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'll be checking out Double or Nothing.
I'm gonna try to. I just found out, or I just realized, more specifically, I already have plans to go to a Nationals game that day, so I will not be watching it live.
Okay.
But I'm gonna see if I can find it to watch it on demand, post event.
Yeah, I might try to do that on Sunday night or something like that. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah. Well, Sunday is... Oh, by the way, let me go ahead and hawk this for anyone that lives in the D.C. Area.
Hawk it.
Granted, it's sold out, so it's too late for me to shill for them. But Sunday... what is it? The 26th, as I look at my girly calendars. Sunday the 26th is the first event for Primetime Pro Wrestling, a brand new indie federation, I guess, in here in the DC area. If I remember correctly, the first promotion to be run inside the city limits of Washington, D.C.
Nice.
So I will be there.
Nice.
Front row sold out before I even had a chance to buy a ticket, so I will be there in general admission.
Okay.
But not in standing room. So, at least I got a seat.
Nice.
But yes, so they find them on Twitter, because they are going to be, I don't know if they're going to be live streaming the show, but you are going to be able to watch the first show online. They got some great talent there. I should have thought ahead and actually prepared this pitch for them. But it's great. It's run by a couple actual friends of mine that I met through Nova Pro Wrestling back when that was a thing. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I personally, I feel like I am guaranteed to have some fun just because of who's going to be performing there. But also just because I trust the people that are running it to do a damn good job.
There you go.
Which is great, because I have been very disappointed in my televised wrestling as of recently. So going back to some good live pro wrestling.
Yeah,
nice.
you're our indie scene expert, so you keep us up to date on that, and I'll keep you in line on the professional level.
I will say here's something that I can pitch for because they're not sold out yet. June 8th, again for the people in the DC area. Crab Wrestling, a promotion from Maryland, is going to be doing a show. I forget what it's being called, but just look up Crab Wrestling June 8th. They're going to be here in Virginia.
At Old Ox?
Yes, at Old Ox Brewery in Ashburn, Virginia. That's going to be a good show too, because I've seen some of the guys on the lineup there. That's going to be fun. I'm going to try to make it to that one as well.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Although that is, oddly enough, the same night as the Fairfax Fair when Smash Mouth is going to be performing
Hey,
live.
now. You're an all-star.
I'll get my game on. So I'm a little torn with that, because I did kind of already promise some friends to go to that, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be bailing out on it. So I will probably be going to the Crab Wrestling show.
There you go.
But yeah, they're cool guys that are part of that as well.
Nice. Well, if you go there, if you listening are going to any of those events, feel free to go say hello to Chris.
Yeah, I would say I'll be there with my GCW belt, but I don't have it anymore.
Yes, and actually, we've come to the part in a podcast that we had an MVP.
We did.
Yes. So the match of Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
None other than the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. That match to me was just out of this world.
I can't even argue with that. Usually I accuse you of just blanket choosing one that you won, but like that one, I kind of have to agree with you.
So it looks like your boy Timmy C is back in the undisputed realm again.
Yeah, still not the Grand Slam champ.
No, not yet.
Yeah,
it's coming.
Yeah.
All I need is one takeover.
Yeah, you need a takeover.
Yep.
And to retain both your titles.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a lot to ask for, but I've done crazier things before.
Yeah. I mean, I did it all in one night. So.
Oh, and another great thing to throw in before we sign off.
Yes.
My younger sister,
who's
also now her boyfriend's a big wrestling fan.
She'll come around to it.
And she is.
Yeah.
But she just did her first Ironman.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Because my ass gets out of breath like walking down the stairs.
Right.
Of course, I'm, carrying kids with me, but still, like, Ironman.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Good for her.
Hats off for her, right?
Yeah. They give her a watch?
I don't know what
Are
they
Iron
give
Man
her.
watches still a thing?
I don't know.
I remember I had one in elementary school.
Yeah.
Well, no, good for her.
You're dating yourself.
Yeah. Maybe. Not if they're still being made.
That's true. That's true. But I thought that was pretty cool. And then Brian's bugging us about joining the podcast.
What I thought might be a fun thing, a little bit more interactive than what he was talking about, was like we sit him down and show him a couple good matches. And just have the three of us do like our own little commentary for it.
Nice.
My vote,
like Mystery Science Theater, but with Brian in the middle.
Yeah, exactly. My vote is for one of my favorite matches of all time, Hogan versus Shawn Michaels.
Really?
Yeah. As much as I hate Hogan, I think that match is great because it shows just how ridiculous wrestling can be. In like one of the most fun ways imaginable to me.
That's what we should do. We should both pick like our favorite matches.
Yeah.
And show him.
Yeah.
And get his reaction.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll do a live commentary. Be like, okay, guys, here are the two matches. We'll tell you when to cue it up. Say like when to get it hovered over the dot that's on the WWE network.
Right.
And like we'll say, okay, press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're synced with us if you want to like listen to Brian's ridiculous commentary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's a great idea. Yeah.
That's how like the kids, because they're getting out of school in a little bit, they've got their summer reading list.
Yeah.
That's our summer homework.
All right.
We're going to have to pick a day and do that.
Yes.
That'd be a lot of fun.
I love it already.
Awesome. All right. Well, that's it from me.
Yeah.
SJY 3000, I know you're listening.
Yeah.
I appreciate the support.
Mm-hmm.
Your boy's another undisputed champion again, and Malt, I'm getting thirsty, buddy. Drinks are coming on you.
All right, you guys have a good month.
See ya.